Well, this is still Sunday, right? All right. We'll play an old church song. Jesus came to earth today, smack dab into Tennessee. Knocked upon my front door, said, hey, well, remember me? I said, oh, Lord, please forgive me. But I ain't real good with names, but your face looks real familiar. Wait a second, is it James? He said, no. He said, it's Jesus, you know, the Son of God, and I didn't realize. I said, man, I'm sure sorry, and invited him inside. Offered him a sandwich, because he was looking awful thin. And then I went and got nervous and said, so Jesus, where you been? And he said, heaven. Well, I've been in heaven. Then I saw him looking at a picture from my wedding day, my wife and me and our 1-year-old son. I said, I guess that's not okay. He said, all I care about is that you love and take care of your kids. Remember, I was born out of wedlock too, though some folks soon forget, they soon forget. Hopped into my old Ford, went out for a spin. I got the verses wrong. So we just sat there talking, watching the TV news. I asked him, Fox or CNN? He said, well, I prefer the truth. I said, PBS, okay, my friend. And we both had a laugh with the stories they kept showing. He started looking pretty sad. It was all war and death and hatred, poverty and greed. He said, the rich folks and politicians sure starting to get to me. What part of love and neighbor is so hard to understand? I said, don't take it too hard, Jesus. It's just take a drive, my man. Take a drive, my man. Hopped into my old Ford and went out for a spin. Drove past the military funeral where we saw these angry men with signs that said that God hates fags. And Jesus said, let me out. And then he walked up to him real calm and cool. And I heard one man shout, get out of here, you goddamn hippie. I can't wait for you to die. And Jesus said, I already did, and then smiled and waved goodbye. Got in and said, Daddy doesn't hate nobody, that's an awful thing to say. Plus, Daddy knows what he's doing. He's the one that made him gay. God made him gay. So I went back to driving, and then I saw him shed a tear. He said, y'all sure have made a mess of all the things that we gave you down here. All this war and global warming, no help for the sick and the poor. Maybe Daddy and I should just pull the plug. I ain't worth it anymore. I said, whoa, Jesus, take it easy. I gotta pick my 2 sons up at 3. And if it's gonna be Armageddon, I think I'd like to have them here with me. And he said, okay, then let's go get them. And then he turned up the radio. And we sang along to old Merle Haggard songs as he rolled on down the road. Mama child, oh, mama child. Pulled up to the playground and Jesus said, looky there. There were children running around laughing, smiles everywhere. It was the white, the black, the Chinese, short, the fat, the tall. Christians, Muslims, Jews, and atheists having themselves a ball. Jesus smiled and said, well, maybe there's hope for you folks yet. So learn a lesson from your children. Try not to forget. And I'll call off this doomsday into the world and I can go back home. It gets wild when I leave Daddy and John Lennon up there all alone. Oh, yeah. I said, okay, Jesus, thanks for hanging. I guess I'll see you another time. And just like that, poof, he was gone and everything seemed fine. I said, one more thing, Jesus, could you help me write some hits? And in a big voice, he said that I will if you'd quit writing songs like this. Amen. Thank you. For future reference, that song sounds a whole lot better when it's a whole step down where it's supposed to be. Jesus came to earth, yeah, it's a whole lot easier to sing that way. That part where I forgot the lyrics, I didn't necessarily so much forget, because I just almost fainted trying to sing all them words that high.